What is up, everyone? We are going live to talk about the Pisces New Moon as well as the Sun and its grand entrance into the final astrological sign. So I'm just waiting for Monie to jump on. And as soon as she does, we will get to this divine conversation because Pisces energy. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy you're here. Stay as long as you can. Pisces energy, man, it is such a, I can feel it already. Like, my system is starting to just calibrate into this energy of, it's like this slight density as well as evolution. Here we go. Yes. Here we go. There we are. Here we
Hi.
are.
It sounds like Reba's ready.
Oh, Reba's gonna stay ready over here.
Look,
Yes.
look, Leo loves Leo.
With the wave water. Yes, of course. Right. I mean, it's so funny because I never sit here to do my live ever. And it's just like I want to be cozy, homey, and in my little cocoon. And I washed my hair this morning. The mermaid hair is out for the moment. And okay, so and I love this lighting that you have going on here. It just always does this little yes, and she
yeah. I love you, Reba.
All right. So
thank you.
Pisces season, man. Like, I can already feel it.
Yes. I'm so excited. I know you're all heavy.
No,
I'm like, it's Pisces season.
I just am energetically feeling the like I feel the weight of the tides, and I feel like I really, like, for lack of a better way to put it, like I feel the weight of the waters and like what we're doing to them. And I'm like, it's just it's set. Like, I don't know if you know, but Japan's gonna release their radioactive material into the Pacific. Yeah.
I had not heard that yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a great time to do it. But yes, anyway, we enter into Pisces season tomorrow.
On the 18th.
Like,
yeah, it's like now. It's like because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's really early in the morning. It might be like a 5 a.m. ingress, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong about that, FYI. But I thought I heard that it was going to be early because the new moon is also early.
2:34 my time.
Wrong.
So.
Oh, so
no
PM.
PM.
Or no, AM. PM. Okay. So wrong way.
All right. Oh, okay. So we enter in on the 18th, and then 2 days later, very, very early on the 20th. That might be where you're a little confused.
Yes.
We have the new moon, and the new moon is at 1 degree, like, and some change of, yeah, I mean, how divine minutes. Is that? How divine. And that is that Pisces new moon, and I just think it's so, first of all, remember how I said I wonder when, and this is like fast forwarding, but what else is new? I wonder when the moons are going to switch, and we're going to start with the new, and then the full, and then the full will be the onset. I think it's so beautifully interesting that we are switching with the eclipses.
And not only that, I was just going to say, we have, and I know we are jumping forward, we have 2 Aries new moons. So blue moon are when you have two full moons in the same calendar month, essentially. This is going to be two new moons.
Yes.
In
so then
Aries.
we flip again. The last time we flipped was that I was made aware of, to the point where I was like, no one's talking about this, was in 2020. Right after.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Look, she's like, yes, we're ready. So do you want to start with Pisces overall, or do you want to start with the moon?
You tell me.
We just I think understanding more about Pisces will help solidify the conversation on the moon. So let's start with Pisces, which feminine, mutable, water, ruled in traditional rulership by Jupiter, in modern rulership by Neptune, which Neptune is in Pisces, having his heyday right now. I believe Pisces is all about the belief.
Faith.
It's all about the
belief is
lots of huge faith.
I would say more Sag. Because Pisces is where we find our faith, and but Sag is where we find our belief. Like, what are we believing in this moment? But yeah, Pisces is like that faith, that trust, that surrender, the faith in the unknown, I mean, we could even somewhat even call it like the underworld. Like, I mean, we're going into the depths of the waters of the sense of, you know, what is actually underneath what we have been shown. And when we really get to this space of trusting that we will be shown whatever it is that we need to see at the correct time, then we get it's that trust in the journey, really trust in the flow. It all.
Because this is the end of the zodiac. So like your journey is coming to a close, whatever that journey was that started off with that full energy, that brand new birthing energy of Aries. You went on this new journey. You didn't have, you know, you discovered yourself through the first 6 signs, and then you discovered purpose and how that connects to the collective through the last. And now we're in Pisces, and it reminds me of like, these are where all the knickknacks go. This is like the land of misfit toys. If anybody ever saw that when they were growing up, the Christmas special, it's like all of the odds and ends go here that you didn't finalize, finish, work on, complete, whatever, as you've gone around this journey. So it's this like, what didn't you get to that now you can either choose to swim towards that, or swim away from it.
It's represented by the 2 fish, or fish, it is. And what I like to say is, you could either be one of the fish chasing the other one's tail, or you can be the water that's driving the current and like assist in the flow of the fish. So, like, you know, and that's what happens sometimes with that Piscean energy, is that confusion to the point of like just going around and around and around, because they are very aware of the cyclical nature of life, but yet at the same time so detached from it. And I think it's like knowing that, like, even if they don't even know, like, even if they don't have that full understanding or that full awareness of the fact that, like, they are the last sign of the zodiac, like, but just that energetic imprint of the fact that there's this, I mean, there's a heaviness, there's a density of the fact everything is here and yet nothing is here. So what is the point?
Nothing is here. Yeah.
Like energy of, so what, why, what's the point? And I feel like, and it's just so interesting, like with everything that's going on, as well, and like the impact on the waters and on life source energy, and the impact on how we're being provided for, how we are, and it's like this awareness again of that, of the just the delusion and the disillusion. And
yeah, there's you know, Aquarius and Pisces being those last two signs, like there's something about when you get to Pisces energy that you submit to the realities that you figured out in Aquarius, because Aquarius is all about that stark truth, right? The starkness, the yes, there is some innovation and shake up there, but can you hear me? I did. When one breaks, they all gotta go. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with it. Oh my God. Disillusion. I love that. I don't know. We'll see. One of them, they ripped, so I have to like let it heal. I have to let it go.
It feels.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Nail break.
Sorry.
No, that is good. But yeah, it's this like submission to the reality of life, because you've had that stark understanding as you've gone through Aquarius. The other piece that I have heard, and I'd love your opinion to hear where you stand on this. Duality is not the realm of Pisces. That is the realm of Gemini, where Pisces is more about your choices. You have the choice as your two fishes, right? To swim up, to go to a spiritual center, have a higher process and a higher ground, use your, get more connected with that inner source, or you have the choice to swim to the bottom, where you can stay in that disillusionment. You can stay in that space of self. You can emote feelings and really just like overwhelm yourself with the feelings of the world, the feelings of the people around you, and the energies around you. So I've heard people use duality with Pisces, and I've always thought that was more of a Gemini sort of
types of duality. I feel like the Gemini energy is the duality of the human, like of like the duality of our mind, and I feel like Pisces maybe is more so the duality of the fact that we are like spiritual beings having human experience, and it's that integral fact that we are both. But
how do you be human in this world?
Happens
right?
In Pisces season. It's like, okay, so what the fuck is the point? Like ultimately, when we get down, when we I mean, this is where I go, and it's like it's that life cycle of just in general of like when we start having these questions, going down the rabbit holes, and all of a sudden when you hit that spot of like, for me anyway, when I hit that spot of like, what the fuck is the point? It's that makes me go into surrender. That makes me go into like hands up. Okay. Yeah. But it's like, I could surrender and totally give up, or I can give in. I feel like that's kind of like, that's that Pisces energy. And it's like, you could go either way. You could go into that complete detachment, complete avoidance, complete, fucking just all of the energy of, committing to the delusion, and with substances and narcotics and or you can go, okay, well, now that I know this, now where do I go from here? I've heard people talk about it being duality as well. I think because we look at it actually, it is also represented, the glyph is the two sides. It's like the bent curves, and Gemini is the strings, right? So we have the bent energy of it, and it's like that curve, like,
but they don't connect at the top, right? They connect in the middle, which is coming back to self, right?
And Gemini is the containment. But
correct. Yes. Oh my gosh. You guys,
Yeah,
this is live happening right
this
now.
has never been talked about. Has just delivered. But yeah, I think that, I mean, you know, and then why are we latching onto the word duality, I guess? We aren't dualistic beings. We're actually even multifaceted. We're even more so. So are we limiting ourselves by trying to say that we're that it's only dualistic?
Yeah. No, that's a great, and I was something that you had said. So when you, if you remember when I was going through my awakening journey a couple years back, and I remember talking to you about like I still have to be human, and having that realization and having that conversation and going like, how am I supposed to do all of this work? But I I want to have clothes. I want to have nice things. I want my nails to be done. I don't like hair underneath my armpits. Like how do I be human with all of this other stuff that you're going, you know, that you're doing? And I remember very specifically having that conversation with you and just realizing, like, again, to this Piscean point, is I had a choice, you know, and it's like yeah, that's part of your experience that you're supposed to be experiencing.
Right. And I
it's
think
okay.
also we could even call those spiritual those are spiritual programs that you have to shave your head.
Right.
You have to shave, like can't shave your armpits. Like, teach their own. Like, but like, what do you choose to subscribe to? And I think that's where that entanglement energy of Pisces comes to, and it's like everything's here, and you go that entire life cycle of the entire zodiac wheel, and it's all of it here at this one time in this one spot, and you're like, what do I do here? And then all of a sudden nothing's gonna be here, and what am I supposed to do anyway, because it doesn't even fucking matter, but it all matters, but nothing matters. That's like that's surrender. Hands up. Surrender. Like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you actually want to do?
Look, dude. Perfect Piscean song. Jesus, take the wheel, Carrie Underwood. Like, just take it, go ahead, because I ain't got nothing. I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do here. The other thing, and I think it's, I love how these correlations come about, is think about where Pisces season sits within our Gregorian calendar, right? Within a normal calendar year. It sits for the Northern Hemisphere. Let's be kind of clear. But even a little bit in the Southern too. It sits at this point where you're right before season changes. For the Northern Hemisphere, it's still cold. There could still be areas of snow. It's not, you know, it's a stir crazy energy, right? It's that term of stir crazy, because you're like, okay, well, wait a minute. We've had 3 nice days at 70 degrees, and then all of a sudden I'm going to get another winter storm and it's going to snow. Or even in the Southern Hemisphere, it's been like 172 degrees for like 3 months straight. Like, when are we going to get a break here and a reprieve? I can't go outside. I really want to, and I want to see this nice weather come back, right? I want to see it cool down or whatnot. So it's like this, there's a little bit of stir craziness that I know for me, when I used to go through Pisces season, I'd always want it to go faster. I'd be like, can like February, March just be done already, so that way we can get on, like, and move. But now it's very much where it's like, oh no, let's sit here. Let's go ahead and sit here. Like, let's figure out what this is all about.
And it's partially because as well, like, I mean, once Aries season hits, we're going. I mean, granted, then we have the slowdown with, like, I feel like Taurus, you get hit. Like, it's like, okay, we're integrating. Like, it's like that. And then we go into Gemini, and it's like, I'm reloading. Let's go. So there's like this, I mean, there's the ebbs and flows. Yeah. And I think it's very necessary. Like, I think it's, you know, and then after Gemini, then there's Cancer. Then we have this like lull and this another like wave down, and we get this like, you know, I mean, it's all very intentional, right? And it's what we choose to do with it. And then
Yeah.
like talking about the new moon and what we choose to do with this potent, poignant energy. You know, and it's interesting because Pisces is the dissolver. Pisces is, Pisces is the one
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't, who wants to stay in the fog and wants to stay just emotionally so attached that they want to be detached. I mean, just like I can only imagine, like I know your Pisces husband, but like I can only imagine like really those that are really in tune with the energies and aware of like their full. I have a Pisces that denies that there are Pisces in my life. I rate it to that person, but like no, sips her tea. So I mean, but it's a lot. A lot. I feel like it's a
It
great
is.
weight to bear. I mean, I feel like a lot of the signs are, but like I feel, and the dichotomy of it too, Virgo as well. I feel like it's a very heavy energy to like have to uphold within yourself. It's like you carry that on personally. Like the individual carries that
Mm-hmm.
responsibility or chooses to, right? And I that like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't have to. You could you could claim.
But
Yeah.
and that comes back to the choice, right? You have
Yeah, I mean, and
these are
you
your
can
two
claim to
choices.
be like an Aquarius because you're Mercury.
Oh, love, love.
Lots of yeah, I mean,
It's yeah, I
wa-
mean
you're
there's
navigating
the
the
husband
waters, like you're navigating the open. Yeah,
with no map and no stars to guide you because you're not above the water, you're underneath the water. So think about, I
yeah,
mean, I'm getting the image of like a diver, right? You first of all, human bodies can only submerge so far without additional protection, support, etc., etc. Not only that, they can't ascend
right.
fast either, because then that could be the potential to kill you and all of those other things. But as you go, I'm getting so many goosebumps right now. Like, really study diving as a Piscean metaphor. As you go underneath that water, your pressure on your body and your
Yeah,
being intensifies hugely. It is not
right.
like being on the surface of the earth, right? It is not like being the wind of the air signs. It's not like being the ground of the earth signs. It is not like being the fire that can just, go wherever it wants to go. It is underwater pressure. You can't see what's above you. You can't see what's below you. You can't see what's around you, and you're there. Now, if you've seen videos of divers, beautiful. Like there are reasons why there are people that are professional divers. Epic, right? You get to discover new things. This is territory that as a human is still one of an
Right.
unexplored place on our planet,
Totally.
deep ocean, right? Um, and so there's this, like, that's the energy signature that comes with it.
Yeah, right. And I think there's like such an I mean, I saw somewhere that someone had said you know, that I guess supposedly there was like we were able to go down to the like deepest part of the ocean at some point, and I'm like, how do we even know that we went down to the deepest part of the ocean? We're only going down to what we deem the deepest part of the ocean to be, but we haven't covered the entire vastness of the entire ocean. We actually don't know. You're over here fucking me that we
Mm-hmm.
have done this thing when we don't even know what we don't know within it, and the majority of it is
Yeah,
unexplored and unknown. So you can't tell me that you
yeah,
know. You actually know nothing. This is again the Pisces
yeah.
energy. You know everything. So everything that you know, you realize that you know nothing. And every time you get information and put it
Right.
into here, it's like it's the drop of the ocean, the raindrop realizing it's the entire sea, and it's like, well, fuck. I'm just like you can impact, but like
Yeah.
Look at look at everything.
I who's
Yeah.
who's attributed for saying I'm smart enough to know
Right.
that I know nothing at all. I wonder if
Right.
that person, what their chart looks like, if they have like, because that is a very Piscean like heavy thing. So I think it's a great time. Oh yeah, you know nothing, Jon Snow. Exactly. Game of Thrones. I think it's a great time. We should just say up front, like, happy solar return to all of the Pisces. We appreciate you so much. Again, I think what you said is really important, is that like it's a lot to carry. And you know, we appreciate, I mean, all signs obviously, but we do appreciate Piscean doing their work out there. Pisces doing their work out there, because it's so necessary. It's so necessary. And also with this new moon, so set stage happens 2/20/23 at 1:05 a.m. Central Time. So it may be the 19th or even later for some. It's at 1 degree 22 minutes, like we talked about. What I found fascinating about this moon, there was multiple things, but fascinating was one, it doesn't aspect anything. Like the sun and the moon are conjunct, and that's your aspect of the sun and the moon. But it's all of the energies around it are aspecting each other. And it's a very like interesting mixture here. And then immediately, like what we're talking, not 50 minutes later, Venus drops into Aries. So she is like 29:57, I want to say, 29 degrees 57 at the time of this moon. And so there's, again, finalizing that Piscean energy, her Piscean journey and her full journey around the zodiac. But the big theme that I got with this is, what can you imagine? That was the question that came to me immediately, is because that's the other side of Pisces. There is this great realm of imagination within Pisces. And it's,
and what do you want to create with that, within that imagination? Like, what is being illuminated for you to do so? And that's like that self-trust as well. Like, because yes, it's spiritual trust and spiritual knowing, but ultimately that's guiding you into you. So what newly discovered information is coming up to the surface for you in your realm, in your spiritual embodiment, so that you can actualize it? Because there's so much available in this new moon in particular, with like, I mean, first of all, the entrance at 1 degree 22 minutes, you know,
absolutely,
and then just a little bit later we're gonna have like however many, what is that? I can't count.
What?
15 days or something. We have Saturn entering into Pisces, and then 13 days after that, exactly 1 month after this moon, we will have Saturn hitting this point and actually at whatever it is that you are working to create here. And it's an interesting energy of creation, because new moons are about creation, they are about the new, but the Pisces is about the dissolving, and it is about the letting go. So it's actually about letting go of what limits, letting go of whatever limits that your mind is trying to make it to be. You have to tap back into the spiritual energy and let yourself manifest from your higher self, so that you can actually, then when Saturn comes in, it's like, okay, well, that's that spiritual actualization. When I was like doing some content for Saturn and Pisces, and one of the things that I had written was spiritual responsibility. Spiritual responsibility that Saturn is requiring of us while it's moving through Pisces. And
that was the message the ancestors gave me on
I didn't even
Tuesday.
Watch.
That was one of the messages.
Really? Did they really?
Yeah,
literally didn't even watch it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had to like stop and be so on YouTube. Twitchy Tuesday, I have it all chaptered out, and there's a section that says ancestors. And if you click that little segment right there, it came to me when I was at the altar, and then I sat down and they were like, hi, don't forget about this. Oh, okay, yes, I did. So thanks for bringing it back. But yeah, I talked about the other exact same thing.
And so, and Lopa here is like our divine channel, another besides, well, more so than us. I'm not even in the front. But look at these words. Like the moon shines into this circular stained glass chandelier, and then I
if that is not the most Pisces set, like what beautiful poetry. Thank you for that.
But I mean, it's just this, like, it's this very, and it's the seriousness of this imprint. It's the seriousness of this season. It's the serious. How many times am I gonna say it? Okay, I hear you. We get it. But it's a very,
it's obviously serious.
Yes.
I mean, end of story.
It's like this very pertinent energy. Stop it. That we have to embody this at this time. Like, and I mean, I keep getting the message to fall into prayer. Like, I think that there's going to be so much. I just think that we're really, like, our faith is going to be tested. Our faith is going to be tested. And so, but allowing the waters to trust that the waters will be cleansed themselves. Like, because we always say, like, let the waters cleanse us. I think we need to put so much energy into, like, trusting and putting faith into the fact that the waters can be cleansed. Like, going on, like, I really feel like we actually have to flip this, and we have to actually be the ones that help to provide the container for the waters to have the recirculation.
Doing that again, going back to the spiritual, like where are you at in your capacities? Where are you at with your dedications, your rituals, and those sorts of things? You know, there is many rituals out there in many different cultures about water keeping and filling water up on the full moon and using that as, you know, imbuing the energy of the moons into your water, using that for specific purposes. Like when you talked about like cleansing the water, that's what it reminded me of. Is there's a lot of really amazing ways that we can work with water from that spiritual aspect. I mean, and just provide that, again, transmutation, where, because again, energy is neither created nor destroyed, so we need to transmute it from one thing to the other. I have something else on top of what you were saying. So there's like everything that we do starts in spirit. Always. It always starts up here. And that's a very, again, going back to Pisces, that's what it is. It starts up here and then it comes into the physical realm. Actualized, started, dreams, imagination, manifesting, and then it drops in. And that's, to me, really what this Saturn, this moon is all about, is like, don't waste this energy, because it is an intentional setting energy. Excuse me. Because when Saturn comes in, Saturn is our physical. Saturn makes shit real.
Yes.
So what you plant on this moon is going to be like, this is what Saturn can help you and bring in.
And
excuse me.
Because it's not only coming in once, Saturn retrogrades, and Saturn will retrograde all the way back to this point, actually 4 degrees. So it will go almost to 7 degrees in 2023, retrograde back to 0, a little bit, like almost to exact 0, and then it will move back forward. So will give us three opportunities to, one, not only get very clear on this point, but to actualize the energy from this point. So knowing this with this moon, like, I mean, what do you want to manifest in your spiritual practices? What do you want to be like? Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Getting
exactly 100%.
So for anyone who's watching the replay, Lopez, like setting the energetic infrastructure so Saturn can materialize it. Yes. So when we do this, it is in that energetic form. It is in that spiritual frequency. It right now it's not something that is tangible, but Saturn wants to make it tangible for you. Yeah.
Wants to make shit real. Let's bring it in. How do we bring it in? How do we bring it in? It's a great idea. Let's do it.
And also, in doing so, he's going to show you, because it is still Pisces, and I'm a Saturn ruled individual, so I'm going to Saturn the Saturn. So we have to remember as well, like, whatever's not in alignment, energetic alignment with this is not going to stay. So allowing yourself to whatever is flowing away from your reality in this time, especially even it's happening right now. You're in that right now. I would even say since the full moon, for sure, like very personally, that full moon was showing you what is not in. Oh, of course, you have 4 planets in Capricorn. That's why I love you even more. I'm a Mars Capricorn first house. I love, she just like keeps randomly dropping things in. She's like, I don't know what's in my chart. And then like, here we go. But anyway, so I'm giving this sense of whatever is like, whatever has been shown to you that is not an energetic alignment, like you have to trust. So we layer both of these things on top of, like, we have to trust, Pisces, that whatever is not staying in the infrastructure, whatever is dissolving in your physical reality, in your material reality, is meant for your spiritual growth and for your next embodiment. Because we have to remember as well, Pisces energy, then, you know, it's a culmination, and then we move into Aries and start this entire new energetic and cycle around the zodiac. So I would even say, personally, I had someone ask me about like starting new I personally would not necessarily recommend actualizing something new in this exact moment. Like in this Pisces season, I think you're going to be shown what you're going to actualize, but I don't know that we action on it until Aries season. How are you feeling about that?
So this is one of those questions that, like, as an astrologer, like I just, like life is life, and life goes very quickly for some of us and not so quickly for others. And like, I think it's worth the awareness, but if you are walking in your purpose and you are on your destiny path and you understand and understand how you work with energy and how you show up in your world, and for example, if you have a lot of chaos that is inside of your life, like, this is one of my favorite sayings is, if you have an issue, you have an issue. Which Eshu is the communicator. He is he's Mercury. He's the divine messenger, owner of the crossroads, all of those things. If there's multiple issues that are coming up in your life, like, you really have to sit and go, what is this trying to teach me, and where am I not in energetic alignment? If you're in energetic alignment and you feel that, and that's what you want to do, who are we to say yes or no? You know, who are we to say yes or no? But even like, whatever you are, I think it just goes back to, again, what are you imagining? So, for example, first of all, your imagination should go wild. Like, again, another thing that I had put in there, if you want to get a fucking eagle and that is what you want to manifest, bitch, get an eagle. Go for it. Like, why not? Why not have an eagle? Why not? There's somebody on TikTok right now making a boatload of money because they have an owl.
Yeah.
Go do what you want to do, right? Like, if that's what you want to manifest, manifest it. But here's the thing, and this is what Saturn is going to teach you, and I think this is where actualization, you're right, may not be right at this point. Just because you can, and just because that is what you want, and because you can imagine it, doesn't mean you, Saturn, don't need to take the steps necessary to actually fucking do it. Because guess what? If you want to go get an eagle, in some states, that might actually be illegal. Do you know that? No. Well, but that's what Saturn is there for. To say, hey, this is a great idea. Let's do this. This is an energetic alignment.
It's not
a no.
Respect the.
It's not a no. It's not no.
Respect the pause. If it's not the full body, yes. If it's not, and if it's not,
don't try to
control. Are not clicking into place perfectly. No, like, okay, well, this is what it's going to be, but it's just not ready yet. And it's patience.
And the other thing, yes. The other thing that is very, this is just manifestation in general. You have to be willing to not hold on to what you thought it was going to be, but instead let it be exactly what it's supposed to be. Because again, my favorite meme, your plan, which is this big, God's plan, which is this big, which, like, let go of you. Like, part of manifestation in its fullest expression is being able to let go of the outcome and let go of I feel some sort of way because it didn't show up for me the way I wanted it to show up.
Another thing that I have written down in that thing is fucking shit. I'm gonna.
You didn't even walk through a door.
It was
You didn't walk through a door.
I walked through my own brain. I'm looking up on my Canva right now. All right.
Okay.
Talking.
Okay. Do you want me to go, or because I was going to talk about one of the aspects during this moon is Mercury sextiling Chiron, but you're the Chiron queen.
Right. Hold on. Time out.
Oh.
Limitless expansion.
Pause.
That's what I had written down. Ooh. Limitless expansion, because we think about Saturn wants to limit us. Pisces wants us to expand, and we have no limits in Pisces. So that's like the potential that we have available is unlimited. Unlimited expansion. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about.
Unlimited expansion
at this moment. But
okay. You don't want to talk about Mercury and Chiron? You're the Chiron queen. I'm not even going to try to put that over. That is an aspect. So at this moon, one of the aspects that are floating around the moon and sun is Mercury in Aquarius sextiling Chiron at Aries at 13 degrees, 26 minutes.
Chiron queen.
Dude, because you know so much. Like, my knowledge of Chiron is nowhere near your knowledge, and I know when to sit down and learn and when to teach. So let me learn.
So Chiron, so we have to think about what's interesting is when 2020, right before 2020 hit, we were dealing with Chiron in Pisces, working with our energy of the victim. That's another thing that the Piscean energy can bring in is the victim. It is the disillusionment of the ego. Thank you. We like to think so. But it is the disillusionment of the ego. But with that, we can fall victim to our own self, and we really can give ourselves a sense of, I remember that's when we went through teacher training was when when Chiron was in Pisces, and like how I personally was definitely holding on to my story then. I was definitely, like, I think we all were.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we all were. Yeah.
We all were. Like, 2021 was the year of rewriting my story. That was my theme for the year. So I was holding on to it for even
Chiron moved into Aries in, I think, like sometime in 2019. So, and he's going to be here for a minute. Like, he's halfway through.
Yeah.
But like in this, at first he was really working into our self-temperament, like our inner little kid, little inner child of like throwing a temper tantrum and like not getting our way and like all of that. And now he's working into this maturity sense of like, I actually know who the fuck I am. Like, and when we think about Chiron, it's what we do need to heal in this lifetime for us to be moving forward further in our path. And those with Chiron and Aries are really working to help heal that warrior like energy and like that I'm gonna say leader, that pioneer, but also resolving how people are, like their perception. When we think about the first house is really like how people are perceiving you, how people are looking at you, how you're being seen.
Mm-hmm. And how the ego is perceiving yourself you are wearing,
and how that's human. Like how those are starting to fall away. And so we've gone through this journey in this halfway point of Chiron moving into Aries, and really just like, you know, I mean, especially with his retrogrades that aren't really doing much movement, and he's giving us a sense of like dragging his feet in the spaces of really like the slowdown that he's having is to give us a deeper sense of who we actually are in our independent self. It's giving us we moved out of the victimhood of Pisces, and now we move into the sense of the space of the victor and that the independence of that, of not having to have other people to feed your ego for you to be empowered. Like you actually need to empower yourself, no matter who is watching, no matter who is around you, no matter like you're fighting your personal battle, that warrior energy. This is the healing of the divine masculine, the initial energy of doing so. This is us, which is why I think they are so much under attack at this moment, because we know that once they do fully come embodied and stay embodied, they will.
Yes. Consistency. We need the consistency.
You know, they're unmatched.
Well, I mean, just as a society as a whole, again, we have limitless potential then. And that can be threatening.
Exactly. And when the divine feminine also embodies that masculine within them in the healthy way, like we get this, like the balance from within, and this internal balance that we have that's created in this sense of, I know who the fuck I am. That's what else Chiron and Aries is doing, is I know who I am. Stay in your bodies.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Love.
I want it back.
Love. So it was interesting as you were talking about Chiron. I was thinking about Mercury just met up. Remember when okay, well, of course you remember. Right. Mercury just met up with Pluto, right? And we kept talking about it as like Mercury's going to take something away from Pluto, like as a lesson or some sort of knowledge or some sort of something that Pluto's going to give Mercury to like move forward. And now here we are, Mercury and Chiron. It's almost like that continuation of that story, because you just walked through like Pisces, Aries, and all of these things. It's like, okay, well, what is my next step in that in that actualization? here's the information that I have. What do I need to know to go forward to continue to actualize? Because Mercury's role this year is in earth signs and working in that earth energy, which again further perpetuates this.
Yeah,
let's make
manifest
shit real.
Manifest.
Manifest.
And I think, I mean, like looking at this too is like, I mean, Chiron last year went up to like, I want to say 17, 18 degrees. And with its retrograde, we're sitting at 13.25. Like there's something in this energy that he's like, this is it. Like, and there's going to be, and with Mercury here giving some sort of like that conversation, taking away whatever he learned from Pluto and move, because we have to think too, is Mercury's like pushing this from behind. Like, yes, Pluto is, but like Pluto's been sitting there. So like, I'm going to kind of take him out of the loop, but like we have this push forward and it's from the communication, it's from, and it's with the collective. Like I'm getting like the divine, like a divine message being brought forth that's going to provide a deeper sense of healing for the collective. And I'm saying that because Mercury will be in Aquarius. Aquarius is a sign of the collective. God only knows what kind of information is going to Saturn, what kind of information is going to be given to us during this time. Like it's going to, you know, really find some sort of, I feel like we're going to like collectively, this is a massive healing energy that we're moving into with Pisces. Like, and, and through the attempts to dissolve, to separate, to disperse, like all that type of Piscean energy, I think it's actually gonna like bring us
closer together. Because I do feel like, again, no, I'm not even gonna go there, because I'll tell you why. Because I don't even know if you saw yet, I just popped in something about this that ties all of this together in the daily dose, but it's going to stay there. It's going to stay there because that's like, there's this action, like we've got Venus, we've got this conversation with Saturn, and like definitely if you are not, or were thinking about, or are not in the daily dose yet, talk about it. You got to get in. You've got to get in. Like, I don't know any other way to say that. You have to get in. Because there's so much content that is coming in there that's so rich, and just it's another layer onto this base layer. And I'm gonna save it for the daily dosers. I'm gonna save it for
and that's
for the
what
red pillars.
We go into the daily dose, like we're in there damn near every day, giving you the energy of the day, a little bit not foreshadowing, but a little bit of previews in the transits ahead and things like that, but really giving you something to ground into, to normalize your human experience. You're not like like falling into the victim energy, and especially as we're moving through, and you can totally fall into that victim energy, and we won't let you. That are in the daily. We will keep it 100%
we won't keep it real.
I will keep it Saturn. She will keep it Sun. And it's so interesting I said this in the daily dose the other day. It's so interesting to watch our dynamic, because Maloney is I'm a Libra Sun. Maloney is a Libra. I am a Capricorn rising. She is a Gemini rising. I'm a Gemini moon. So we have this like beautiful, and she's a Leo Sun. And so we have this beautiful, like, just balancing energy that happens. And when I go too far Saturn, which like I can't not bring the reality of Saturn into whatever I talk. And Maloney ends up like her Libra moon gets activated, and then when her Libra moon gets then when my Libra sun gets activated, her Leo is shines and is like, hold on, now we're getting too much in our feels. Let's get into
We got to bring it back.
the
We got to bring it back. We got to be a little more fixed.
Seem to activate pretty much at the same time. It's really cool, and this is what I love about it. Is it's not just, you're not just getting like my perspective or her perspective. You're getting two totally different energetic perspectives from different places in the world as well, and different timelines, like just age gaps and like whatever. And wisdom and experiences, and I think it's just like such a beautiful container. And it's still only $111, and that's for 3 months. You're not paying $111 a month, you're paying $111 for 3 months. And it's just, and right now we have it open. I don't know, I'm kind of liking it open. No one's really overutilizing the openness of it, so it's kind of nice. But I do like giving the option of like, so what do you feel? Like, talk to me. Like, activate my
Yeah. And again, the bonuses, because there are bonuses, are good until what day did we say? The 22nd. Yeah. So I mean, just, it's honestly, I'm just so happy.
Like, if you weren't in it,
that's all I have. I'm just so happy.
We would be in it.
Yeah. Facts.
Yes, I was waiting.
The Sabian Symbol, again, book by Dr. Mark Edmund Jones. Oh my gosh, here we go. All right, so Pisces. This is going to be Pisces 2 because it's between 1 degree and 2 degrees of Pisces. Oh my God. By the way, I don't read these ahead of time, so I am also as surprised as everybody else. A squirrel hiding from hunters. This is a symbol of the conscious conservatism through which man preserves his more enduring values. Here emphasized by an uncompromising loyalty to his own self-interest. Implicit in the negative symbolism is a species of high courage in refusing to enter any phase of experience where the risks are out of proportion to probable rewards. A sense of imaginable self-adequacy is contingent on good judgment as the highest of human potentialities. The key word is caution. When positive, the degree is an intelligent independence of spirit and a consequent real gift for setting the conditions for all personal participation in events. Excuse me. And when negative, self-debasing timidity. I may have to post this on my stories afterwards. Just take a picture so everybody can feel into that. That was a lot. There was a lot there. Go ahead and put my pen back in that. Okay, well, Saturn. Yeah, one other thing I did want to say, since we did talk a lot about Saturn, as we should. I mean, as we should. I also, on YouTube, you can find it on YouTube or on Twitch, for Twitchy Tuesday, there was a whole spread done on Saturn as well. It's like all things are layering on top of each other. I did a tarot spread as well as like more of an oracle style on specifically just Saturn, and talked through Saturn in all of the gloriousness and about that archetypal energy. So if you are like, ooh, okay, that resonated, or I'd love to know more, that's another resource for you. What else do you got going on?
For those of you that are being very called to dive deeper into your spiritual self-healing, Reiki 1 certification, I am hosting 11th. The link is in my bio. So is the daily dose. That is also in both of our bios. If March 11th is not a good date for you, you actually can also do this totally self-paced and self-led. And then you and I will jump on a live Zoom and do the activations, make sure you understand everything, how everything moves through you, etc., how to utilize the energy. And then Egypt is moving to 2024, early 2024. announced it on the podcast that I did yesterday. Oh, I did a podcast yesterday that should be up in a couple weeks. So I'll put that up when that is ready. And my gosh, always forgot.
What are we M3? Are we
will
M3?
Be live. I'm hoping by the end of this weekend, but definitely for March 1. So very much.
Yay. That's
M3.
M to the third, right?
Yeah.
M3.
Yeah,
I love
Mach
it.
3. We're just like taking off.
Yes. Oh my God.
Well,
I love that. Mach 3.
That's
Stop
not
yourself.
what it is, but I just got the. Yeah.
I know, but I love it. Like,
well,
that's
it's
such
like
a great
exponential,
tagline.
not like it's exponential growth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for all
I
that.
love
If
it.
you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to drop in our DMs. For those of you wanting to learn how to better utilize astrology in your personal business, that is what I do. Strategic astrology. Holler at me and let's get you aligned.
Yay. And then I'll just shout out, because we were trying to get through all of the quotes here, or
Yeah.
all of the comments. One last comment that the husband put in here. It is actually Socrates, so we'll have to see if there's any natal chart for Socrates. I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing.
That is.
We're done. Thank you,
Check
Pisces.
Off.
Check mark. Yeah, let's. All right. Bye, everyone.